All right.
So yeah, go for it. Not a
Start on
problem.
the stream. How's your chance to upset everyone? Hello, stream.
That was funny listening to you on Nick's stream last night, Dave.
I didn't really know much about it, to be honest, but when he joined, I thought I didn't have anything pop up saying he was streaming, but
Yeah,
wow.
it was funny. Just Kyle absolutely fucked the whole time, and then complaining about someone attacking, and then Scott.
Hey,
taking
Nick.
the piss.
You racing it, Nick? I've got to catch up on Nick's race, but I assume that the gravel bike's definitely the way to go on that.
He said it was because it was meant to be a group ride, so it wasn't a big group descending. So it was him and one other, and also the stream was all glitchy because he was uploading a video at the same time, so you couldn't really get a full gist for it. But from what he said, perhaps if you're strong enough to ride hard-ish on the descent with the gravel, you might be able to stand. And I think because it was just him and one other mostly on the descent side of it, that might have made it harder to sit in. But he did, what's he gained, 10 to 16 seconds on the gravel climb each time.
He said he's jumping
Pretty
in
much.
this race, so we'll find out. I reckon using the anvil bitumen descent, because the gravel bike will descend like fuck.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Hey
It's
James,
quite a long power up, isn't it? So it's a good bit of recovery. You gain so much speed with that, you're probably sort of a minute roughly by the time the speed runs out.
I've got to do it, James. These are the best races for me. Fuck doing 2 hours of racing and then getting beaten at the end.
I guess it depends as well how many other people use gravel as well.
It'd be interesting to see what the level is, because obviously all the world's riders aren't going to be doing it unless it just cruise it.
I think it's 47, 48 on BS points, so it's pretty good.
It's just the non-legit riders, isn't it?
Yeah. There'll be a few of those, yes. No names to be mentioned, but
I don't know about that, Josh.
I
got Josh.
to Rose in.
I got Josh watching my stream. He's asking me to show him something. Pointed.
Show them who the gravel bike is.
Well, they can't do anything about that in the Worlds though, because they're all stuck on neutral bikes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I'm guessing Worlds they'll have bitumen. Won't be tarmac. I mean, gravel anyway. Because remember last time they neutralised the bikes, it also neutralised them.
Oh yes. Yes,
That's just
comms went everywhere, didn't they?
Easy
I
wins.
feel like it's Swift's just admitting that the gravel is shit if they won't do it for once.
Yeah, but what if you're getting paid $1,000 to buy someone else's bike? I think you had to ride on Worlds.
True.
This first race is a bit nuts because it's basically sprinters, isn't it, Josh?
So you're back for more gravel then, Nick?
Yes, I've not done this world's experience, so I thought I'd have a go. Ben's going to spank me in all 3 races, I'm sure. But
The crit course is really hard. I think you might beat me on the crit course because it's basically a TTT. Or TT, I should say. I wish it was
It's
a
really
TTT.
horrible.
It's really horrible.
It's really, really horrible.
in which case, I'm going to go for a last-minute poo to make sure I'm as late as possible. I've
Jesus
got
Christ.
time on my-
Hope you're
3
white.
minutes.
At least white once.
I'll try my best.
Lucky he's not using my behind the right of you.
Oh yes. Interesting, he stands up to clean up.
I don't have my other light on, so it's pretty boring today. The other light couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi. Where's the Wi-Fi? Sort of not really warmed up for this, Josh, but I'm figuring it's going to be a while just cruising around a sprint. How far have you guys got left in your race?
We're between, so it's weirdly it's race 1, race 2. First one was no HUD, Legends Lava course, and this is I don't know what it's called. It's another volcano one, but shorter, like 22k.
Hold on,
volcano.
lava.
Yeah, up and then back down again, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think so. That's going to be horrible.
Yeah, especially with Sticky.
Yeah, all the way up it.
Which sticky extraordinaire do you have?
Big ops.
Yes. Didn't like to mention the word.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. That's
In
all right.
case Ben gets sued, yeah, they don't care.
Give me more views, won't it?
It's true,
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh. I think I did 40 seconds in the ZRL, but with the draft,
Into the pen if he's in there.
like a draft,
Just mention something about glue or
42
something.
is probably. I think you guys have got the same power ups, don't you? I try and use
Is that
momentum.
possible? It says there's 4 people in the pen. I
Into
can see about 7 riders.
try and get momentum into the bottom of
Yeah,
that
start
section.
again.
Get a little bit of a gap
And then the pause, just the
I
A's.
see.
because everyone uses the burrito, so you don't really get much of a draft on the climb anyway for the first 15, 20 seconds. We'll see. Definitely not going to be riding away on that first little
Never in
270.
doubt. 40 seconds to spare. Easy peasy.
Been following the Pete streams, haven't you?
Yeah.
That was super close last night again as well, wasn't it?
He's still walking through the door with 20 seconds to go.
His laptop's not even on.
All right, here we go. There goes Nick. Get the fuck. Bloody hell, Nick, you've already got a break.
I don't want to know it. I don't know why I've done that.
You do it every time. Every time I look up, I know it's going to be you at the front.
He likes a lively start, Nick.
It's defensive attack. That's what it is.
Gives you a little buffer, doesn't it? Slipping distance.
You're at the front before the kick.
Yeah, I'm first.
Only thing is, it fucks you for the Strava segment.
That's true. That is true.
Oh, no way, James. No effing way. This is about, well, conserving energy. Oh, where's my sauce, by the way? Not that it matters. It's good to look at it, though. It's funny, last race I did, this climb, you can see me.
You
Have a
think
slip.
Tron Dave or Aero?
I already knew I lost the draft a second before Source shows it.
I don't actually know.
I've not lost it, but if you kick out to the right, you lose. What
making
that
up
draft.
results.
I got dropped on the Tron, so what else can
Yeah.
go wrong?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Absolutely dropped a fuck, so to have the descent at least being more jolly. I almost forgot to change from the gravel.
It's not really showing my.
That would have been interesting.
Right there. I don't know what balance
Got
does
some
it.
D-Swift names in with us, Ben. I didn't realise it was quite that subscribed. Good old Ken Nielsen, Daz Carter, Quantaro. Good speak, good one.
Some
How
swingers.
How did Plantaroo not get picked for Worlds?
Presumably, it's a cheat. That's what my head's saying.
There could be some nutters who are doing this
Sigmarito.
before Worlds. Could be some nutters.
What?
To
What
be
did he
fair,
say?
Flantero does say that he likes to race like all the time. He doesn't. What's the word? He don't do well from having easy days and stuff. But having a race in the morning ready for the night might be a bit extreme.
I'm glad that he enjoys kicking my ass all the time.
I'm assuming everyone in this race who's good is a cheater, because otherwise, why wouldn't they be at Worlds? That's the story I'm telling myself.
Well, Josh
What
just
are you
said,
saying about you and Ben?
yeah, exactly where she does. But Josh
Yeah,
just
we're
said
the
that,
cheaters.
yeah, Planterax isn't on the start list. Josh was saying.
He isn't.
Nope.
I think
Which
from
is-
memory, the qualifiers, I wouldn't say he blew on the climb, but I think he went with too quick a pace on the Innsbruck climb. And then, was that when Madding went past him and then a few others dropped him? Because he went with a move early on the steep start of the climb, I think from memory. So maybe just didn't make it full stop, and then I guess the French didn't pick him.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
Hmm. Unless they didn't have the options, any more places for
Yeah, Nick.
other riders, I don't know. Or maybe he just didn't apply like in the UK system. What we need to do is just...
Maybe
Yeah,
he stuck to his.
I'm just saying,
Maybe,
maybe he's just
maybe,
not on the list.
He just
maybe
did.
he stuck to his word and didn't apply and to take somebody else's place like other people did.
Imagine if he does this morning and then races tonight as well. It's a flex and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, just shows up. Hiya.
Last minute entry. Oh, Christ, we're starting day.
Second.
Legit.
What was that, Nick? Did you say you took a shit?
Yeah, well, yes, I did, but no. Pep Smash is legit, isn't he? The Spanish guy, former national champ, I think.
Are you looking
He's
at
got
all
an
the?
indoor age group record.
Are you looking at all the riders and telling me to make me feel like I'm not got no chance here?
It's motivational to know that we're up against the best of the best, except for the very best.
Fucking Ada.
You trying to follow Piglet's rule, are you, David?
I'm trying to follow the seas.
I gotta pay attention here. Not gonna take off here, but
That lasted a long time, Dave. Less than a minute and we're dropped to fuck.
that's a bit I hate just back there. Need to push forward here. Group will come together 100%.
Coming through.
So not get fucking dropped. You fuckers. Should be alright. I forgot that the fuckers will drop the burrito at the back of the group.
They're flying backwards, it's very funny.
I'm staying in easily, but it wasn't the same energy that I thought it would be. Surely in Worlds people won't do that.
Split.
We only get one burrito, don't we?
Yeah, I think so. Fucking hell.
That's fucking awful. What's going on there, Dave?
Fucking sea riders.
There's an A rider about 10 seconds up the road there.
Yeah. What a hero.
How'd you get that much time in 2 minutes? Good God.
All right, use the momentum. Yeah.
Someone Tanabe. Oh, there's a bee chasing, trying to bridge.
Yeah, Katie, they're in a different race. They're racing. Up
I just do a soft tack in 20 seconds time. Actually, I'll wait till we get out of this.
Yeah, we've got the kicker first.
Yeah. Just try and thin the group down a little bit.
T minus 1 minute before
Too
David
many,
says,
I think.
fucking hell. How many in your group?
Someone's sprinting. 25 maybe. There's some C's and B's causing havoc.
Josh, can you stream your race or are you not allowed to stream? That sucks. Crossing streams, Nick taking poos, everything. I think they'll use a different server too, because otherwise I'd do FanView. Is that Nick taking off?
Little stretch going, Ben.
I'm staying at the back, you can chase it.
All
That's
right.
what That's what I'm doing here. Dave's putting it back, I'm sat at the back.
What happened to your soft attack?
They went hard up the little rise out the bloody underground, and I was like, no, that's enough.
There's a
Don't
little,
mix it up, Dave.
there's a little line out on ours, but it's going to be brought back together again, surely. See if I can super tuck.
So the guy out front's riding a steady 422 non-stop. Just an FYI, Dave.
Nice.
Yeah, we shan't worry about him.
422.
Exactly 422, yeah.
Alright, super tuck here, despite people throwing. Nice.
I started a little stretch on the first hairpin.
Fucking hell.
I was a minute out.
KB's gonna have to download a drink now.
How was CrossFit today, Katie? Doritos. There we go, Nick. Someone off the front for you.
Yeah, he can stay. Hopefully, like Tommy and Aaron or like Sven, will slingshot through this little descending climb.
Yeah,
He'll
easily.
get dropped to fuck.
Probably even catch him before that if he's lucky. Alright, here we go. Wilson speed for super tuck. Come on.
I'm feeling pretty rotten after my shenanigans yesterday, so I did that little chase there and I thought, nope, this is my limit.
Here you go, super tuck here. Got that little bit of burrito just then. Little super tuck. Trust it. There we go. That's the front.
Well, to see if Katie's drinking game has unnecessary super tuck in it. That should be a drink.
Alright, I think I'm in a good spot for momentum up the climb.
I've rolled too far forwards, not bad.
Once the speed drops at the bottom, this little descent, Dave, I'll do another little one.
Yep.
I think I'll just roll forward now.
I'm just trying to catch Legoff so I can call him.
A little bit more power here.
Okay, I'm building 5.
Don't want to move forward here. Yes. Good spot. No excuses from now. Roll forward before the burritos all start flying. There we go. Good momentum. I got plenty
Good
of
work,
it.
Ben. Great position.
Daz got me. Deputy Tash got me. You got everyone. How'd you go, Nick?
Not too well. I was too far back going across the line, so I just got burrito to fuck 35th. So okay, but not impressive.
Is this?
The next one's good for you.
Yeah. Is this no draft? Is there? Just burritos.
Yeah. There's no tactics. You just need to be going faster than the people around you from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, I had a good roll through. I almost hit the front, but I hit 2 or 3 wheels with a bit of draft as the burritos are being thrown. So I couldn't have done any better. Well, I could have if I had someone else's legs.
Just thinking out loud, a burrito, if you've got draft fans, say, I'm presuming it's not
Yeah, burrito nullifies
zero.
everything.
Exactly, yeah, so you don't double zero. So like it just nullifies it like
Yeah, and
steamroller does gravel.
yeah, and if you throw a burrito, it doesn't nullify the other burritos. So I held mine a little bit
Yes.
longer then, because I knew most people throw at the beginning. I held mine to that steep section, but there were still burritos after that. Yeah, exactly, James.
Yeah, it's just like an ITT then, isn't it, ultimately?
Cheers, Josh. Have a good sleep.
Might do one more little tickle day before the
Well,
climb.
Don't worry too much about your sleep. It won't affect you. But
Okay.
enjoy your race tomorrow.
10
Good luck.
seconds-ish.
Burrito Pointerex. Eat my burrito. Yeah, James. That's it. I tried there is to come through the group at the segment start with momentum so that even if you get burritoed, you still got the momentum coming through. I could slightly ease. Probably lost a little bit of momentum when I eased a bit too long, but
It does look like he's not doing sticky so far.
Perhaps he sees the burrito name tag and thinks, oh, yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, gonna get stamped on in the face.
he's like, oh, those fucking knobheads, god damn it. I think that's what you got me. Well, your body's strong, James, but when we did it together, I think you're further ahead of me. Just hitting the wind's not such a huge deal. It's
Didn't
people
see
throwing
Ryder in a day as well.
burritos everywhere anyway.
I know. I'll be gone and he'll be in.
It'd be interesting
Yeah, I'm
watching
thinking.
the stream back with Source. See that needle bouncing around.
Feels like I've done this before.
The race I did in
Yeah,
DRL,
deja vu.
you can see I was getting 260 watts, and then as soon as I went right, even though I was at the front, went right, lost 100 watts, started going backwards again. Final sprint. Well, I always say try and stay in the middle of the group, because even if you're
I
10
think I
deep,
might have just missed a bit that he did.
if you're left or
I'm
right, you
watching
lose.
now for the climb. And just hope I don't get dropped doing so.
Yeah, James. What's that thing on the weird? It's this. Never really paid attention to it. Don't forget, change bike, Nick.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Cheers,
I'm with
Scott.
Jax for now, so I'm staying on my aero bike. If the gravel makes it too hard, but when I pop over, first thing I'll do. It'll be interesting to see in this field, because if they really give it the beans of the tarmac side, we're pretty gonna struggle. But the tarmac side is so pitched that if you treat it as sprintables, absolutely bang it, you can recover on the flats as long as you've got the draft still. Might be okay.
Yeah, but interesting to see how it goes. Because last time I found the first climb, I wouldn't say easy, but I thought I'd be a lot worse. I got dropped on the second one, but I wasn't that far from the top.
Was that on an aero bike?
That was on the Venge. And I didn't use the anvil in the right spot, so I didn't recover on the descent. So I think if I used the anvil on the descent, I still would have stayed in the group. But I'll definitely use gravel because it's so much faster at that first climb. And then of course it finishes on that climb. That last 150 meters of asphalt means nothing really.
Yeah, no. Like Piglet was saying before, I went full yesterday 3 times up it, and I was 16 seconds faster than the guy on the road bike who went full gas up it with me. So, you know, it makes a big difference.
Just going to stretch it a little bit again, Dave, here.
Yeah, Scott, I don't know if it made a difference, but coming into that 270-degree turn, I managed to get, I almost thought I stuffed it, but I managed to sit in the back of the group with the super tuck and then come forward and not push through to the front of the group. So I basically did the minimum amount of watts to get over that climb. That's the key for the next climb, because you're always going to dig into your reserves there. There might be some people in the world who attack there. Like ideally, if you had like 12 in the US and they thought, okay, we're not going to make it through, 6 of them can sit on. Well, 6 of them use the burritos at the front and keep burritoing anyone who tries to attack. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Tactics, as we know, is it. All the times, it's very singular. Australia did really well with tactics last year, so we'll see how they go this time. Jazz Carter's doing DS work for England. That'll be interesting. He's a pretty smart cookie when it comes to Swift. Get to that point. Get to 18. Make my way to level 60 so I can whinge like David. Yeah, but not too early. I was thinking they can do it on the climb. I don't think so, James. Might be, but I don't think so. They've got to throw the burritos one at a time, Scott. So I think they've got to do it just before, just on that climb. Just try and get riders to go away early. Just keep burrito everyone who's trying to chase the draft. But the problem is that the pack might be too deep. Guys coming from the back will push through. Duck's already got one. Yeah.
Again, just going to stretch it a little bit.
change my. Try the Dorito Bluetooth this time. I ran out of gears. I was in my 11 teeth. Oh, it's stage there. Lucky the chime came, otherwise I would be spitting out. Could be, Nick. I do like the burrito in terms of it is the one power up where it can have team tactics because it affects everyone else. So it is the power up you'd have if you want to make a race tactical. It's going to be huge in the last race.
Chain tight.
Chain tight. Fucking hell. Two up breakaway. James wanted a two up breakaway here, Nick.
As in, to lead out to the climb, as we're on gravel bikes, can you imagine?
Both of us. I'm gonna say that he's talking about Piglet and David.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where's Scott? Not Scott Copper, but Scott Brotherhood. Our brother in disappearing whenever we ask him to race. Right, here we go. Gravel bike to the climb.
No fucking power of either banners.
I didn't get one on that one, sadly.
Go right, you mother. I can say motherfucker, can't I? It's mainstream. Give me 180. Oh, see if I have this. No one's throwing an apple yet.
There's a couple at the front. Lots at the front. Do you get more than one?
Nah, just one. Oh, thank God. All right. Little rest. Oh, relative rest.
I think I just saw his first bit of sticky.
Give me a second, Jason.
Been doing a few sprints on the descent.
Yeah. I just clicked on it to make sure. That's all.
Well, punch up this one then.
Might just try a little something at the moment. I'll do a fake one quick.
Focus the tail at the back. Get in the draft, you bastard.
Your cadence, Dave, is hilarious, man. Jesus Christ, how do you do that?
Oh, that was good.
Your little man was like a blur side to side.
Change back, man. Let's go.
Oh, recovery.
Amira, I think you might have won that, you know?
They not get kicked out there, will they, in front?
The guy out front would be no heart rate, I think.
Yeah, the first guy will.
Yeah, not sure about the other two. One or two.
$1,054.
Kinada. I think I topped out at about 820 or something.
Not a bad little interval session according to the graph. Looks a million times better.
Nice
Looks
and
a
pretty,
million
isn't
times better than the DTT.
it?
All right, here we go. Nice work, Nick.
Yeah, good job, Bento.
Now to get dropped.
We're just approaching the final climb. Give or take, we're in the front group. It's a bit stretched. So.
Gravel a good choice?
Yep.
Fucking hard, mate. I'll tell you at the end.
I see.
Don't forget Peter too. Okay. I'm blowing. I'm done, Nick.
Come on, boys.
Go on, Ben, all the way in.
Back and knees now.
Piglet. Gravel was really hard, but it meant we were in the front group. I think it's probably the way to go, but it's not easy.
And I guess if you're finishing Summit on the gravel side as well, makes it more.
Me and Ben were both got, so we lost a bit of advantage, but you know, I finished 16th in that wild crowd, which
Right,
I probably should be.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
The other thing is there's a few couple of spots on the gravel climb which aren't gravel. So it's advantage, but not nowhere near as much as if it was a jungle. Because the surface is faster, then you've got a few sections of bitumen.
Yeah. That steep section's all it's tarmac, isn't it? I think on
Yeah.
the gravel.
That hurt me on
Which
the
is
first climb.
sustained, isn't it? Sustained length.
The first climb I was sitting in the group nicely, And then all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, this is tarmac. That's why I'm going backwards, doing the same power as before. So I had to punch
This is
through
why
there.
I'm disappointed they've not allowed all the bikes like properly in the Worlds.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
if that's part of the game, why take it away for
Yeah.
the spectacle of Zwift?
Yeah, Marco. It's not really. It's not the same as gravel.
Right, I'm going.
The gravel bike is faster, but it's the
Yeah, my time has
Faster
come. So
gravel.
enjoy the last one, fellas. I'll ping on the
Yeah,
street
good luck,
then.
boys. See you
Have a
later.
good one.
Bye-bye.
yeah.
Well done, Dave. Good job.
And also, Nick, the gravel bike's faster on the flat. When it gets uphill, it kind of evens out a little bit with the Trons, but there's not that many uphills. It just happened to be uphill on the tarmac.
Yeah, yeah.
But compared to last race, I'll have a look at my speed. But I think for me, it was better. It was hard going up that second climb. But on the descent,
Yeah.
it was so much easier. Last time I was just fucked on the descent. Gravel bike just holds on the descent, you can rest. It's no different draft marker, it's simply roll resistance. It's just that it's different gravel. It's not the same gravel as the jungle. It's the gravel we had in that series, that special one-off gravel. And so the
I
gravel
wish I'd
bike's
been bold
faster.
enough to not use my anvil on the first descent. Use it on the second and see what happened.
I don't think it would have held on. Last time I used the Tron, I didn't hold on because everyone else was using anvils. So
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're probably right, but
and also,
curious, yes,
I
you
don't
learn
think.
so many matches.
Yeah, but I didn't on this descent on the way back down. Maybe because you're lighter, but I got lots of super tuck. I could pedal softly. I was getting lots of recovery. Relatively.
Yeah, me too. I was just thinking about those lads who went off the front with their anvil, and I was thinking if we did it with our anvil and gravel
Maybe.
bikes, maybe we could have rolled and held it, but probably not.
Yeah, I don't know, because you go around that roundabout, it all compacts up again, and you want to be the one. You want to be the one coming into the pack as you hit that gravel climb.
Yeah, true. Use that momentum. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Tobias. We got one more race. It's a long time till the next race. It didn't feel like this long last time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
He's already raced today.
Getting my miles in with Coco this time. Jax was too ambitious.
I don't know, Marco. Just compared to the last time we did that course, I got up there well with the Tron, but then it was still a bastard. I definitely would go gravel if I did that again. I'll look at the Strava times, but it just felt, well, it's just great getting into the gravel. Once we hit the gravel, it was fantastic. It's still hard, but you could just, I never felt like I was going to get dropped for the first climb. The second climb, pretty short. In fact, it's very short, the second climb. The last climb, I got dropped. But it's just because I haven't got the fitness anymore. I can't punch out. Can't punch out those efforts. Recover and punch out the same effort again. Ah, that's what it is. It's Scott saying they extended the timeout compared to last week.
Makes sense for the decats, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mummy Brownbill would appreciate that. She'll want a bit of a rest between those two.
Yeah. Imagine doing that race and then jumping straight into the crit race. Do they do the same amount of laps, or does DCAT do less laps?
And I don't know. That'd be harsh doing all the same with those hills in the crit circuit.
Very stupidly long races.
Yeah. My mum's brats always make me laugh because she's so light. She's like 43 kilos. So basically, whatever the terrain, her brat is just threshold. Doesn't matter. Hill race, flat race, sprint race. It's just like whatever duration threshold.
Yeah, exactly, Scott. And that's the thing about the DCATs. There is no sprint. It's just how everyone just goes as hard as they can until no one can go any harder, and then they're also riding at their threshold the rest of the time. And the draft is so much less. Like, it's good on the flat and going down the hill, but going up the hills, it's basically non-existent.
Yeah. I was watching one of the Backpedal B team's TTTs, and it's basically just a group ride of them all at threshold because you're not getting that huge differential that we get.
Yeah, it's why like Saris doing 50-something k's an hour, they can just sit at the back and get a really good recovery.
Yeah.
Gotta get that. Snoring. I'm not looking forward to this Crit City. I hate this Crit City with burritos. I'll do it. God damn. It hurts.
I've not done this circuit, so at least I'll get a badge out of it.
You might do alright, because it really is, because of the burritos are thrown, you basically go up the climb without draft. So the lighter riders actually do have a bit of an advantage. And then when you're going down the hills, there's less draft, throwing the heavy riders forward.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still won't be easy, but I think for the lighter riders, it slightly skews it a little bit more in their favour.
Yeah, makes sense.
The worst thing about this is my tactics. I have to keep making sure I don't do the roll through from the back, because I can do it, but your problem is you got to be real careful because you don't get the draft through. So you got to make sure you have that momentum. It's hard to get sometimes because some bastard will throw a burrito into the descent, so you don't get the momentum. You go backwards. It's a perfect spot to throw a burrito, but the problem is it hurts everyone, including the person who throws it.
I was about to say, I might do it if I do my usual of attacking me too long up the climb and crest at the top. Might as well, if I hit the top of the hill on the front, I might as well burrito.
Yeah, that's a good thing about the burrito, is that for tactically, team-wise, if someone gets to the front, they can hit the burrito, and everyone up the back know that they can then get on. Oh, there you go, Scott. What about Nick, though?
Have you changed fight back?
Oh, yeah, Nick got 4.8 or 4.9. Nick's always about 0.3 or so above me, I think. What about the person behind me? The person, not the one that crossed the line just behind me because he gave up. The one chasing me down. think the real thing to look at would be the gravel climb power with my Tron for last week. I'll exit my race and that'll come up on my Strava. So any Strava stalkers out there can check it. See what the time was. I think it should be slightly slower, but it might be the same because last time I was at the back of the group, crawling over, just staying in. It felt easier than I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't easy. I thought I was going to get dropped. Make sure you swap bike.
Yes, mate, it's already done.
Brake on before we hit the roundabout. Oh no. Car collector. Oh. Yeah. I don't have to get it rough. I'll get disbarred from Burrito. Already get in trouble for doing it so late. That done in June. Yeah, that's true. Look at Nick's Nick's power. Alright, should I go Tron? Send it. Send it with the bench. I'll change the wheels on. I got the right bike. Yes, I have. I got the right legs. No, I don't. Oh, I haven't got any fancy lighting. Oh, it's my camera. Yeah, my camera stopped. You got a freeze frame. I wonder when that was. Might have been the first race. I've got to make that transition slower. I tried to slow it before. It's freaking complicated though. Messes all the timing up. Got to use Fusion. It's not like one of these simple ones. Oh, give my foot a bit of a rest. Drink my Neuron. Can you see the colour of the drink? It's because it's got the what's it called? I'll remember it later on. It's got the EPO in it, doesn't it? Whatever the sports drink stuff is anyway. Hydrolite. That's it. Hydrolite. Let's have a look at my Strava. You off for another poo, Nick?
No, I'm here. Oh, I could do with one. People aren't going to sprint every banner in this, are they? What do you reckon?
Not sprint every banner, but they do go hard up that. Have you done this course before?
I've ridden it, but I've not done it like as a course. I've just ambled around, so I do know that very steep kick.
Yeah, that little, there's a two little kick, a kick and another big kick. They all sprint
Yeah.
up that big kick. So the key is to try and,
Look,
well, everyone throws a burrito up there.
do we get a burrito every lap?
At least every lap. It might even get 2. Maybe it's every lap.
Oh my god, I hate
Yeah.
this already.
At least there's not 150 fucking burritos every lap, so that's going to be one thing. Oh shit, I better get ready. I didn't realise it was only 5 seconds to go. Lucky I saw on my stream.
Let's go.
I don't get the countdown because I turned off Swift sounds. Well, I've got one set of sounds, like the sound effects, but the banner doesn't, for some reason, doesn't play. They're all horrible, aren't they, David?
I've
Oh,
been
I hear-
wondering what this little bit of road is for. Because you can't free ride down it.
Yeah, exactly. So the kicker's back there where we start. One of the kickers, anyway. I better move forward.
Yeah, I've just had to push up.
There it is, I've been thrown. Fucking hell.
First not led. Burrito's going.
Fuck me. Group split already. Because every knob head at the back through
Two
them.
places.
Alright. Every time that sauce drops, ease and then kick. Fuck you. Fucking hell. Yeah, and on the draft meta kid's hitting 0. Hopefully we lose a lot of people. So there's less burritos.
Yes. Nice little tuck there.
Try and get the momentum as we go left after this right. I thought it was trainer power only. Yeah, Tavius, this is shit. At least the group's small now. I'm not getting burritoed every 3 seconds.
My graph's going to be worse for Spiky Mikey.
All right, get ready. Kicker's coming up on the right hand turns. Secret. What back there? Good. Found a secret power-up spot. Hit it
Where's
before.
that?
Hit it when you go left before the start banner. I'll tell you when. Not at all, David.
The sprint hill is hard, but all of these little ones are what kills me. You have to have good momentum, otherwise you're burning 2 or 3 watts per kilo more than everyone around you.
Yep. Thank God the group's small though. Not so many animals. I mean burritos. When I did this with 150 odd, I was just getting burried the whole time. Burrito here. Just pushing forward here. All right, throw your burrito around this corner. We're getting out of XP. Try it now. Maybe not. I did last time. Oh yeah, I got it. All right, good little momentum here. Those riders out in front, or we're lapping.
And someone said there's ZP riders.
Mate, plane direct.
Okay. Should be legit then.
He said he's dueling.
He did, yeah. Said he got told he had to.
Oh, I can't believe I got to the last lap. See if that gets me closer to 60. Okay. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, good luck with it. Oh, it's just fucked. Too far back, couldn't get forwards. Just quit. Seventh was amazing, Ben. Well done.
Cheers, Nick. I did exactly what you need to do. I got a little bit of draft in the last 150 metres. Everyone else behind, I'm guessing, got burritoed.
Yeah, I got just burrito. There was no moving forwards.
Yeah.
Definitely one where you want to be in the top 10 with, I don't know, 800 meters to go maybe. Straight after that final climb, you want to be top 10.
What I did is when it's easy, I could up the final climb, sat at the back, and then when you get to that super tuck, I laid off, used the momentum through the group to that last kicker, basically got to third wheel, and just went as high as I could from there. And then as we turned the last left corner, I got a few seconds of draft at 250 watts or so. And then
Yeah.
that just carried me through.
When I say that last climb, I mean the little,
Yeah, that
you know,
little,
you do like a left and right sweep and then that tiny little lump.
yeah,
I think you just hit in the front at the top of there.
yeah,
And then you got to just
just
open up.
kick through there a few kilometres an hour faster so you don't get caught in that draft. Burritos. It's what that Japanese rider did.
Yeah.
Oh. Cheers, Phil. Thanks for watching. Oh, I got Pepe Tash.
You beat him. You beat him twice now.
Well, I got 36.
Was he-
A few people beat him.
Ah.
I wonder if it's the sort of course where he just rides too hard. I'll look at his average power.
Yeah. Too steady. I think he's a time trialist generally, so
Yeah. He might have been on the front as we all rolled through on that kicker. So Nick 4.3. I'll be about 4. Oh, 4.2. Oh, Nick. You're only 4.3 and I was 4.2. You were drafting pretty bloody well there. I think because that course suits that slightly lighter rider up those kickers.
definitely. It felt quite, I don't want to sound like a knobhead, but it didn't feel very hard to ride, of course. But ultimately, the finish doesn't suit me, so I'm never going to finish well. Even if I can take it quite easy most of the way round relative to everyone else.
I was so worried at the start. That start was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was fast.
I was like 300 meters behind the first place person. And we instantly dropped about 30 riders after about a kilometre. Well, they dropped themselves because I was at the back and they were on throwing burritos, so I had to sprint my fuck. Sward, I don't know how to say his name. Schwarzenegger is DQ on Ziff Power, apparently. Scott Copper
Yeah.
saying.
Spanning, I guess. Yeah.
Right, Davey. Is it about doing a friggin' horrible series of races? Take it easy, Marco.
Ben, you being headhunted?
There's Tristan. He hasn't rode with us for a while. Are you watching, Tristan? So much easier for me to... I can't type in the companion app. Why can't I type in this either? Oh, that's right, T, isn't it? No, it's not T. What the hell's chat? How do I chat? God, what's going on? Where is my chat? See? What is chat? Oh, is it because I'm on Tristan? There we go. Sorry, what the friggin' hell's going on? Hey, Tristan. I did that course last week when there was 150 riders, Tristan. I got spat so hard because it's just TT effort. I was eating burritos left, right, and centre. For those that don't know, Tristan's was racing with Aero Masters until he went overseas and lived the easy life. All right, what's the next race, Nick? I'm waiting for Kyle to come in with his alcohol voice.
He's busy today, isn't he? Doing something Piglet? I don't know what's going on.
That's standard. Kyle says, let's do this race, and then never turns up, and then at the end of the race, hey guys, with the huskiest alcohol voice ever.
Yes, Scott, let's do a TTT with Evo, not our own team. Oh, by the way, Scott, I'm not coming.
Scott's worse than Kyle, but he manages to get away with it because he doesn't talk.
That's true.
He got away with sandbagging because he never spoke. Everyone was always abusing other riders. Hey, Luke. You got the all the Aero Masters.
Race at 10:30.
I think I'm having issues with my power. It's dropping out. I really should go to bed to watch the World Champs at 5 in the morning. I've got a few of the Aero Masters in here. We'll be cheering Josh on.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be on Discord? I was thinking about watching it on Discord. I might jump in with
I'm
it.
not sure, later.
Yeah,
I think-
otherwise Tristan and maybe Luke and others might be on it for the Aero Masters. I reckon it'd be good watching it over Discord with other people.
Yeah, a little watch-along party. It's just right at dinner time, and it might be an unpopular decision for me. If you catch my drift.
I'm lucky Whitney's fast asleep at that time. I'll probably be fast asleep too. I was thinking about setting up a stream, but it's kind of I don't think anything's going to happen. No one gives a crap about it. But just in case, we're kind of a pain in the arse to
Yeah, yeah.
because the reality is, it doesn't really matter if I stream it. People can watch it anyway. But I thought about
You
doing.
get demonetized
Yeah,
before you're monetized.
but I was thinking about watching the GCN chat and just chatting with other people in the chat. Because when you watch it on GCN, there's like 1,000 people chatting. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, breach of raw card license. Josh can't stream his race, Tristan. He's going to record it though. Have you seen the
Last year, it was the same day as England Wales in the Six Nations, and we went to Wales and watched it in a bar with Rhiannon's mates, and it was just like me supporting England, everyone else supporting Wales, and I was like, I'm gonna watch Swift instead.
I remember seeing that you're hiding in the toilet in the pub.
Yeah. I felt okay. There was one guy there who looked hard as nails, missing a load of teeth, and he was head to toe England clothes. I thought, if there's anyone on my side, I'm glad it's him.
Buy him a beer and you'll look after you the rest of the night. Yeah, I don't know if you can fan view, James, because I remember last year they had it on a different server to stop people from doing just that. Yeah, Scott, that's what Josh is doing. He's recording it and then he'll put it up afterwards. What I was thinking of doing is just showing the stream on my stream and just sitting there chatting away like a knobhead eating my Weet-Bix. Because that's the sort of thing I do. That's why I got thousands of fans. Have you seen the people that stream the F1 and literally just stream the metrics? And they get like thousands of people live watching. They're all knobheads. They're all talking crap. Like sounds like they're 12-year-old boys. But it's just amazing how many people will sit there and the person will just be sitting there watching the TV and just talk about, oh yeah, such and such has hit the wall. Oh, this person's on this.
That's bizarre.
And it's like, how do you get so many people watching? All right, Tristan. I'll say, have a good night. I should go and have my dinner too. I'll have a burrito. I'll tell you what, this finish straight, people were saying how short it is to the finish, but when I pulled around, I was like, oh, it's only 100 metres to the finish. I looked up. I was like, oh, this is like Paris. It looks like it's close.
It goes fast and it's downhill.
Yeah, there's that little dip, but it's still, there's a little rise at the finish, but it's still not, I think it was 250 metres to go or something.
Yeah, yeah, maybe a little over 250. It's quite long.
Yeah, which is, like, I thought, okay, I got to get her over that hill and around the corner, which took 200 metres. And I was like, okay, I'm at the front now, I'll be able to easily get to the finish. And then it was like, oh, shoot, this is where you should be starting to sprint. If it wasn't for burritos, it would be an absolutely shocking sprint. But obviously with burritos, you've got to do it totally different. It's going to be brilliant, that last race. I'm so glad they got rid of doing mass fields one race. Because those Grand Prix with those 3 or 4 riders at the end, they really were entertaining.
I'm hoping everyone goes mega deep and it's like Katie said, just everyone trying to sprint at 4 watts per kilo because they absolutely emptied themselves.
Well, Vuj is saying, and also, I keep forgetting his name, but he's that New Zealand rider, Ollie Jones. No one's talking about Ollie Jones. But Ollie Jones is an absolute weapon. He and Jay Vine used to always go at it in the Australian Cycling Series.
Yeah. They mentioned Vuj on the GCN coverage, but they said he's not had a very good year, basically. I still think he's mega strong, but I don't know if his form's not there or...
I haven't seen him because I think he at the beginning of the year is racing outdoors, racing up like Ventop and things like that. Ventop, whatever the real... Is it Ventop? I was so confused with it. It must be Ventop. Anyway, he's been doing lots of outdoor riding at the beginning of the year. I'm not sure how his form is now. but he's like Fujisang. He's got shitloads of power. He's quite heavy relative for a cyclist, which these courses actually suit. They suit a powerhouse, not a light rider, not just an out-and-out sprinter like the American. 17 seconds, yeah, that's a long
These are the sort of courses Filippo Ganna would destroy. With big and powerful, but you got your watts per kilo still.
Yeah, even that gravel climb we did, they'll do it on bitumen, I assume. Like the bikes are neutralised, so they'll go up real fast. And as you say, it's just little pitches. A lot of it's flat.
Yeah.
You just got to power over those little sections. It's not a steady 7%.
No, if you steady pace that, you'd be done. You'd be spat out. You need to punch and recover, sort of.
And Ollie Jones has been racing on Zwift for a long time. It's like Fuji saying, he knows the game.
Yeah.
He knows you don't punch it and go over the top of those little sections in front. You punch it, hold your position, and then you use a draft to punch into the next bit. And then it's like Fuji saying, he can then just smash out 500 watts for a stupid amount of time. And people are just like, nah, I'm not chasing that. Someone else can chase it. And then he just rides away.
I'm not closing that.
Yeah. I've got about 17 of those little men in my head. I'm not closing that every time someone does that.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Zwift. Everyone talks about it's not like outdoors. Outdoors you can get away. But how many races have you ever seen where a lone rider attacks with 5 kilometres to go and just rides away from the group? Never.
Honestly, the reason I think it is because certainly in local UK crits, it's just that there's more ability differential on a start line. So people do ride away, but it's just because it's like the equivalent of an A+ riding in the Bs. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not that it's actually different dynamics.
Yeah, it's like if you start a race with 10 A's on a crit city or something, you will get someone like Piglet who just goes, oh, okay, see you guys. And the rest of us like, oh, I'm not closing that. we're not racing him. Whereas if you watch the professionals, it's the most exciting thing ever if a lone rider has 30 seconds in the last few kilometres. You think, oh, he's not going to make it, but maybe he'll make it. And then, of course, they get to the finish and he gets done. You're like, oh, so close.
It's my favourite piece of cinematography in a bike race when they have the lone rider and they do that front-on cam so you can see the entire peloton just closing them down. It's brilliant.
Just the looks on their faces. I don't know, did you ever watch that really silly Japanese cartoon, Yowamushi Pedal?
No?
That's brilliant. It's so silly, like it's typical Japanese. Like, I've attempted to make like a little edit where I'm racing on Zwift on the last corner. And it's like a 10-minute episode. Well, it's actually, in the Japanese anime, it'll literally be 3 episodes for the final sprint. Because I'll go through all the backstories of every single rider.
Yeah.
But there's a section of it, because it's written by a guy who actually knows about cycling. He's not an expert, but like he goes through all the different aspects of racing. Pretty simple, but still.
Oh, cool.
And there's a section where there's 2 or 3 riders sort of in a breakaway, but they're not at the front. They got dropped, but they were on the breakaway. And then you hear them saying, what's that noise? And it's like a tsunami coming, and they can feel the difference in pressure. And it's the peloton chasing them, and it's just like a pack of dogs, but like obviously cyclists, just chasing them down. You can just see the fear in their eyes, and it's like, yeah, that's what it looks like on TV. But it's just the way they draw like the pressure change. They're like, oh, something's changed. There's something behind us. I'll link it on Discord because it's actually like some of it's absolutely brilliant. Some of it's a bit shit, but it's a pretty bloody good show. You'll see a lot of the Japanese riders will have their FTP set to about 12, so they spend the whole time sprinting like in Yowamushi Pedal. Yeah, it's London though, Phil. London. How many people in London? There's like what's the greater area of London's population? Is it 18 million or something? Maybe it's 10 million. Like imagine crit racing in London is such a lot different level. Are you doing, I'm guessing you're not doing crit racing anymore, Phil. You've been given the retirement plan. I can't imagine Jane would be accepting of that. It was funny the other week when we were talking about the microphone you got, and literally, I think I jinxed you. The next stream, something happened to your microphone. I remember watching it. I was thinking, oh, I jinxed you, Phil. I still haven't picked up another one. I've been looking at them. Because you've got condenser and dynamic. At the moment, I've got a condenser. You've got a condenser as well with the cardioid pattern. But I'm thinking about getting a dynamic mic just to see the difference. I've changed the settings a bit on this one. I think it's probably a little bit, I like a little bit more background noise. But I asked the chat and they like this one, this setting. 9.5 mil. I slightly exaggerated with 18. Still, 10 million people. Is it like Sydney? You go to London, well, Phil obviously is one of these people. You go into London and every cyclist has got a 15 grand bike. Well, was it that in pounds? 15,000 US is, Australians about 12,000 US? Something like that. I don't know. I'll never be owning a bike that expensive until Burrito gets sponsorship. But knowing us, we'll get sponsorship for all we can eat burritos. You typed that already, Phil. What cat's that finishing now? Cat D. They must have done all the laps. You still there, Nick?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get myself up to a totally arbitrary kilometre count and then I'm going off for the day.
I was going to say, I think I saw D's cross the finish line, I think. Because people just cross the finish line. Maybe your mum does have to do the same amount of laps. Is she doing it later on?
No, well, my dad was doing it this morning. Normally they do it next to each other on the two trainers, so I'll have a look if my mum was doing it too.
She'll be on Zwift Power. Zwift Insider again, winning it.
Yeah, quite possibly.
You're just upping my metrics there, Phil. It's perfect. Hit it again. How many minutes?
Maybe they'll split. Maybe my dad does it in the morning, my mum does it in the afternoon, so that he can DS her.
I don't know how long my relationship would last if I was DSing Whitney and she was on Zwift.
Basically, my dad is the most stoic man, and my mum shouts at him, and we all do it. It's like he DS'd for me a few times, and he's like, "Oh, more power now," and it's like, "Shut up, Dad! Shut up! I don't care." And at the end, he's like, "Yeah, that's okay. I expected that."
I've got Phil in my stream. I command you, keep pedaling.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if Phil ever saw us ribbing him about that. That was hilarious. We've got to get
He
Phil.
must know.
Well, he's pretty busy. He's not like us. We all sit on Discord all day. He's got a proper international job.
I don't know how these people with proper jobs do it. Sometimes I'll be in the lab doing something important and I notice Discord's gone off and I'm like, "Oh, this can wait. Let's see what's going on Discord."
I command you to watch it, Phil. It was when you were DSing the backpedal crew in Paris with, I think it was Aaron was DSing, And you're commanding Craig Hurd not to stop. Commanded him. I don't know how people have full-time jobs and have kids and do their weekends with the kids. I find it hard enough to get myself through the weekend.
My best mate's, well, he had a baby. Obviously, he didn't have a baby. My best mate and his fiance have had a child quite recently, and it's just all-consuming, I think.
You just have to become a lot more efficient with time. You can't spend half an hour checking Discord in the morning.
Yeah, well, he sent me a video this morning of him, 6 a.m., having a cup of coffee. His baby is in like a little bouncer chair watching a YouTube video about bananas, and his dog trying to lick the coffee out of his hand. It was, it's just a different life.
Yeah, I think Chris Horner was talking about when he had a big bad crash, he was getting issues as well, like infections, because your body just has such trauma.
Right, that's 300k for me for the week.
I thought you were going to say for today, I was like, fucking hell, like David every 5 minutes.
No, I don't really like distance targets, but I have in mind doing roughly 400k a week, and I'm going out with my dad tomorrow, so that takes me up quite nicely. Right, I'm going to go.
Cheers, Nick.
Have a good night. Maybe I'll chat to you in the morning about World. You're up.
Yeah.
See you, mate.
See ya. Speaking of which, Phil, you're going to be watching Worlds. Josh Harris from our Aero, well, my Aero, well, my team, the Aero Masters team. Sam Hill, who I'm not sure if he was a late ring-in. Benny Hill, Ben Hill's, Sam Hill's brother, who got 4th and 3rd, I think, previously. Freddie Ovett. I'm sure I'm going to forget other people and get lots of trouble. But Josh Harris, I'll be cheering for him. Try and get a good result. Well, let me see. I think Nick was saying it's at dinner time. It's 5 a.m. for us here in Australia. We're 11 hours behind. And then the women are after that. Katie will be going for Liz and Alex. I probably got it wrong. The Wahula Cold girls. I'll be going for Ollie Jones as well, given that he's a Kiwi and also he's been doing this for a long time. How's your chest infections now? Super tuck. This section here, Phil, is going to drive you nuts because I don't think you're heavy enough to get a super tuck here on a race. Not that you have a super tuck, mind you. It would drive me nuts thinking you're not super tuck. I've got to keep an eye out for the cone. I think there's a statue around here somewhere with a cone on it. I saw it on Facebook. What intervals are you doing today? I was watching on. Is that cycling guy that always gets in? He's always in the media because he's always posting stuff where basically he's having fights with motorists. And he's got a 360 camera, and in the comments they're saying if you ride around with a drone, you deserve to be hit or something like that. he's got a 360 camera, not a drone. Well, I think it's 56 k's an hour and above, but being light like you, I think you struggle with the momentum to get to that one of those things where you need to have a little bit of momentum before you start super tucking, and then once you super tuck, you're fine. But if you're going backwards as you super tuck, it can lead you a lot to trouble. I got my 360 cam here, but it's stalled on me. See if I can. It does have a lovely still photo. my LED lighting wasn't working today. Bloody Wi-Fi. Yeah. Use those LED lights, you use Wi-Fi, and then they drop Wi-Fi. It's a pain. It's a worm burning mode. Checking the pipes. Imagine if you jump into the stream now. What the hell's going on? I didn't find the cone down there. Turn that hard off. So are you using the Watt bike for your training? Remember you're talking about you use the Watt bike, I think, for the training workouts. A bit better view. If you do helicopter on this one, you get a much further view, much more extended view. Little trick. One little trick doctors hate. The other headline, something about Big Pharma doesn't want me to know this, or something like that. Oh, look at that bridge. Where's the train? Feels like something out of a World War II maybe, sniper view. I'm drill recording this one. It'll be interesting to see what the drills are like. They've been pretty damn good recently. Oh, train station. Can't see any of it. I wonder if they've got any Easter eggs inside these buildings. Meet Eric Min sitting at the window. That's Armstrong injecting into trucks. Probably get. It's actually a good view to see the gradient. I've got to set up a new Zwift cave when I get back to Essendon. I'm not sure I can. I was looking at the shed today, or our garage. I was looking at my garage today because I don't really ever use it. It's got my motorbikes in there, but I really should sell my motorbikes. Oh, Jesus, look at that gradient. No wonder it's freaking hard. Oops, wrong one. There we go. That puts a bit of perspective into the. You got to walk up that, wouldn't you? But have stairs on the side for the pedestrians. What's the gradient? Oh, it's only 9%. Still. Mind you, it's graphics, isn't it? They can make it look steeper than it really is. APIs. That's the trick to make sure you get a good distance. The only thing is I need to unlock the camera so you can fly around in drone mode. Explore. Find the Easter eggs. Few places to rent, unfurnished. Great view of the finish. Get some sensation of speed here. So if you could fly around with the drone, you could do some pretty cool little videos. Ah, there's a witch's hat. Top right hand side where the horse is. U-turn on this course? Okay. And I got around there that far though. Don't know if I can get far enough out. The distance is deceptive a bit. Can't quite get the cone. You can see the cone there. Anyone's watching. I should ride this way around as hard as I can, Phil. I reckon I'll get. Maybe there's no segment, so. But I'm lazy. I better go myself. Enjoy your intervals. How far have I got? Alright, I'll go to 24. Oh, there is a segment here. Did I go through it? I must have. I'll go back up and come through. There's a segment start. Maybe the segment start's not actually where I think it is. I didn't say the direction. Maybe past the banner. I've given myself a new task, haven't I? Is this a segment start? It's not, I'm turning around. Yeah, that's a segment start. Alright. 40 something seconds. It's no use going down the hill. What was that? I don't know if I'll make it. Oh, 49, easy. Oh, for a second there, I thought it was 43. Useless jersey achieved. I never really thought about racing in this other direction. I wonder what that's going to be like. What's the finish? Downhill. Back there, downhill here. I think it's an uphill into the finish though. Slight uphill. Sure, it's slightly uphill around those corners. Let's see. No, still zero. I'm downhill here. So this is a spot you don't want to be on the front at the finish. But you need to be going. Smash it through here, up this little positive slope, and then try and have some draft. Looks like it's slightly downhill. Doesn't say it, but there we go, 1%. So this is still a little bit of an uphill towards the finish. 1%. So I reckon you can smash it back there, that little dip. Try and get to here before anything else. Finish at 26, over the line. Throw my arm in the air and lose the race. No wave. Delayed wave. Very delayed wave. It'll pop up in a second. Anyone watching, I apologise. I'm waiting for my guy to wave. F2, 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 F2. Come on, wave. I've got to be pedaling for it to wave now. There we go. Do they smile when you wave now? F2, F2, F2. Yeah, he does. Alright. Enough knob-headery. This is definitely jump miles, isn't it? Anyway, let's go. Enjoy your intervals, Phil. I'm guessing you're probably feeling it right now. Good luck to anyone who's the World Champs in the morning or tonight. See you all later. I really need a post outtake, or what do they call it? An outtake signature. This is my signature. I'm bumbling my way out. Have a good day all.
Downtown, 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 downtown. She has her arms around your waist with a balance that will keep her safe. Have you ever felt the warm embrace? A leather seat between your legs. Downtown. You don't want no beef, boy. No, I run the streets, boy. Better follow me towards downtown. What you see is what you get, girl. Don't ever forget, girl. Ain't seen nothing yet until you're downtown. You don't want no beef, no, I run the streets, boy. Better follow me towards downtown. What you see is what you get, girl. Don't ever forget, girl. Ain't seen nothing yet until you're downtown.
I gotta go.